Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be working with English students today on the number 2. So we will talk about some idioms. We will talk about 2 things, what you were doing 2 years ago, all kinds of different things to do with the number 2. So that is what we will be doing today. Let me quickly show you the different activities. We'll start out with a warm-up discussion. And then we will go on to idioms and we'll do matching and practice these idioms. Then we will do discussions and systematically answer questions about what are 2 things, what are the last 2 things, can you name 2 things, where are 2 places, and that is, so we'll be systematically answering questions, look at 2 idioms, and discuss the number 2. So that is what we will be doing today. Look forward to working with whoever is able to come. A little bit about myself. I am a native English teacher from Idaho in the United States. I have lived in Finland for 11 years, and I have lived in South Korea for just under 2 years, for 21 months. During those times, I was teaching English in the workplace and several other locations. I have also taught English online. I have taught English online since 2011. Excuse me, since 2003. Did take a couple years off of full-time teaching in 2011, and came back in 2014 for teaching as much as possible. And let's see. I have a dog, which I have a tendency to talk about a lot. Anyway, this class today will be about the number 2. So we'll start out with a warm-up discussion, then we will go and go through some idioms, and then we will talk about 2 things you like, what were the last 2 things you did, and then can you name 2 things, and where are 2 places? So that is what we'll be doing. This is definitely a fluency class. It's a class for you to learn vocabulary and to practice speaking in order to develop your fluency. So, and I look forward to working with whoever decides to come. All right, so just to so live online discussions. So this is a class so that you can practice speaking about a familiar topic, which would be what this is. So we'll go ahead and just start talking through the lesson, and if people want to come, then we'll start over. So what were you doing 2 hours ago? 2 hours ago, I was teaching unverbling. What were you doing 2 days ago? 2 days ago, I was teaching unverbling. What were you doing 2 weeks ago? I was probably teaching unverbling. What were you doing 2 months ago? I was probably teaching unverbling. What were you doing 2 years ago? See, 2 years ago would have been in March of 2013. And what was I doing? Oh, I was working for a company similar to Verbling as the account manager during the month of March. So that's what I was doing during that time. And I was also running a recruiting agency and running different online language courses. So that's what I was doing 2 years ago. Okay. So if someone comes, then we'll actually go through these. Okay, so we have idioms here. We have a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. We've got a game that two can play. We have it takes two to tango. We have like two peas in a pod. No two ways about it. We have stand on one's own 2 feet. Two heads are better than one. And two wrongs don't make a right. So a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. What does that mean? Let's look through the answers here. Is it independent, able to take care of oneself? No. It is better to value what you have than to try to get more? It could be. Let's look at these other ones. It is never right to do wrong to another person. No, it will definitely be that one way. No. Two people are similar and fit well together. No. Two people working together to solve problems better than each person working alone. No. When two people have a conflict, both people are at fault. No. You will do to that person the wrong that you did to you. No. So the answer here would be this one. It is better to value what you have than to try to get more. A game that two can play. What is that one? A game that two can play. This is kind of like two wrongs don't make a right. So this would be, you will do to that person the wrong that they did to you. Let's see, bear with me, I've lost the mouse. So a game that two can play, you can will do to that person the wrong that they did to you. Okay. The next one. It takes two to tango. And that one would be